Good afternoon, folks. I got a 2016 Nissan Altima here, and I came across an issue where the transmission shifts hard in reverse and drive. And come to find out, excuse the engine running noise, I get an error message. Which, of course, when Nissan have their problems with key problems or whatever, it'll show a key error just like that. You can see it. But the problem is, on the display, it will show reverse, drive, and drive sport. And put the car back in park, in neutral, I get nothing. The park is just, the park part in the display here will just completely disappear. Put it in reverse, it shows up. Put it in drive, and it shows up. Checking the shifter, checking the TCM, and checking the range sensor. Cold will disappear when it's in drive, but the car will drive just fine. And then in BCM, it'll store like a 2404, 26, one of those codes. But I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Just another weird problem I had to solve. Come on, clear up. Clear up, clear up, clear up. And you can see it's supposed to show up right up in here. Now, you'll see it when I put it in reverse. Put the car in reverse. Reverse shows up. Put it in neutral. Disappears. Drive and drive sport. Go back to park. Well, going back to neutral now. Go back to neutral, and then got reverse. And of course, the little camera still illuminates. And go back to park. I get nothing. And it also had a hard code 17F0 CVT judder. I clear the code out. It never erases. But the car will drive just fine. And then also a code will show up for select solenoid, which is basically where the valve body and the TCM communicates with one another. It will show that up too, and it wouldn't show where a selection of, like it's doing now. It would set a code for that after driving it. Start up and drive it a couple of times. But I'm gonna plug the new TCM in. And the way I found that out is that the TCM, the BCM, all those, and the range sensor all correlate with one another. And the BCM sees it when it's in drive or park. So I'm gonna put it in here to show you. Everything had its power. Just the TCM. I'll disconnect this. I said, this is just one of the oddest problems I ever came across. Put a transmission in it too. It shifts fine, but it makes the damn transmission whine like crazy. Excess pressure. Alright. There's my new one. And I'm doing this to try to help some other guys out here that probably had the same issue. And how I boiled down to this, I started looking up wiring diagrams where everything that goes into the TCM. I know sometimes Nissan can have some weird things. You leave the smallest component off and just throw everything off. And that's the range sensor there, so that's checked out good. So I said I had to reuse the original see if that helped anything. That didn't help at all. I said, well, that's not it. Check the fuses. Fuses was all good. So I said, well, the next places to check is either I have a bad BCM or a bad TCM. So, all right. Now I'm gonna show you again. Currently, see, that's still displayed for now, but that's gonna eventually disappear. Come on, clear up, camera. All right, turn the key on. There's our park. And it also is, with the old one, you were still able to shift it just like you seen me do earlier. Now I got my reverse, got my neutral, I got my drive, and my drive sport. And it starts up. Don't mind the battery light, because that's going to get taken care of. Because the alternator is no good, so I got to replace it. Don't mind the noise, it's something I did. And that's how I nailed down my CVT and TCM issue. And of course I had to check this, make sure this was good, all this was working, so it still allowed it to shift. That's it. Checked all my powers and grounds and everything worked out. So leave a comment. I'll have a blessed one.